If the closest I can get to injecting this game directly into my veins is holding a controller in my hand, well, I'll accept it, but I'll always be thinking about the IV. Ninja Gaiden is back after a decade-long hiatus that only saw the release of the Master Collection, a collection of the 3 2007 to 2012 releases. And it's not just back, it's way back to being a 2D action platformer. This entry is made by the Game Kitchen, developers of Blasphemous 1 and 2, and you know they know their way around a side-scrolling hack and slash. Ryu Hayabusa is also not just back, he's way back in the background, playing a mostly absent supporting character role. This time we're focused on Kenji, a young Hayabusa ninja, setting off to protect the clan's village and uncover a demonic plot which takes him to unexpected places and to meeting an unexpected ally, a black spider clan ninja, Kumori. The story is uninteresting and entirely predictable, relying on tired themes and tropes, but let's be real, very few people are here for the story. But if that's your primary focus, you'll be left uninspired. In a game like this, gameplay reigns supreme, and man did they nail it. First, a note on the difficulty. Some of you might be deeply familiar with the franchise and the level of difficulty of the older 2D entries. This is not on that level. Not even close. At least for your first playthrough. For the first, you're locked into playing the standard difficulty, and it's not what I would consider to be hard by Ninja Gaiden standards. Yes, I died a fair bit, and some bosses took a solid number of attempts before I got them down. But I don't think I'm very skilled when it comes to games like this. I enjoy them, but I'm not good at them. And even still, I managed this without much friction. All but a couple of my non-boss deaths were just me falling in pits and off of trains. But after completing the game, you unlock hard difficulty, which is much more in line with what you might be expecting. There is somewhat of a solution in the shape of equipable talismans, most of which buff you in some way and make the game easier, but some of them make you weaker to add more challenge. You can equip 2 at a time, so feel free to swap buffs and debuffs in and out to suit your playstyle. You're given a very versatile array of tools to get you through the levels, enemies and bosses. Your sword, of course, which will one-tap most standard enemies. The bigger they are, the more slashes they take, generally. A dodge roll to get you out of some sticky situations or through enemy collision, and most importantly, a sort of hybrid projectile blocking, dodge, parry, height/distance generator and attack move rolled into one. I don't really know what to call it. You press the jump button while already in the air and swing your sword in a 360-degree arc around yourself. Any projectile coming into contact with it is destroyed and grants you more height and distance on your jump. Use it on an enemy for the same effect, plus damage on the enemy equal to around half of the damage inflicted by your standard sword strike. You'll be well acquainted with it in no time. It's a better dodge than the dodge, it's used to get you across long gaps, it's an attack, it's everything, and it feels damn good to make very efficient use out of it. Squeezing in a couple of extra points of damage when you would otherwise need to dodge, or getting out of sticky situations on ground level while giving you the height to get over it. It's really great. The complete inverse of that move is the lunge. The lunge is something you can execute while dodging, and for the life of me, I can't figure out what it's for. I didn't manage to get any use out of it my whole playthrough. No idea why it exists. The next set of interesting tools comes from Kumori, the rival ninja I mentioned earlier. Due to some unforeseen demonic circumstances, you're currently sharing a body, and as such get to tap into her abilities and use her ranged kunai, and a special weapon, at the cost of some resource that you naturally build during combat. The special weapon can be changed in and out with the talisman system. There are a couple of options available, but in all honesty, I forgot it was an ability I had until the end of the game. You also have what's essentially a charged attack. You can charge it manually by standing still for a moment and sacrificing some of your HP, or you can kill pre-charged enemies and passively absorb it from them. Blue charged enemies need to be killed with the sword, red charged enemies need to be killed with the kunai. Kill one with the wrong weapon, no charge for you. And this charge is vital for one-tapping large or shielded enemies and stunning bosses so you can get some damage in. After killing 5 enemies with these charged attacks, you can unleash a screen-wide attack that destroys any enemy unlucky enough to have a single pixel on screen, or you can use it to deal considerable damage to bosses and stun them for a time. With so much going on and so many offensive and defensive options available, it might sound or look a little overwhelming, but every single individual element of this game is simple, and it's because of that simplicity you get to seamlessly chain together a series of different attacks, jumps and rolls to dispatch enemy after enemy with an efficiency that makes you feel like you're actually incredible at the game. Never once did I feel bad for being sent back to a checkpoint or restarting a boss because every death was fair, and the satisfaction of doing it again with improved knowledge, strategy and efficiency is an undeniable showcase that you're getting better and better with each passing minute. And unfortunately, quantifying this game in a measure of minutes isn't very far-fetched, as this is a much too short experience. My full story completion clocked in at 5.5 hours, and while I do wish it was longer, I also want to specify I don't want the extra length to be more levels where you're just on a bike or a jet ski. Those are the worst levels in the game by quite a large margin. You just kind of sit there and jump or slash occasionally, while the level basically plays itself. However, more levels like the final one, and now we're cooking with gas. The final stage is easily the best I have ever played in a game like this, and I think it's better experienced than described, so I'll leave that to you. So if the game was longer, with more levels like that, I would welcome it with open arms. But if that came with the cost of more filler, I'd rather keep what I've got. 90% killer, 10% filler is a fine ratio for me. Play this game.